Almost about 15 years back, two of my closest family members got cancer. And we were all baffled. I was in touch with the nutritionists, trying to see what are the foods that we can give them, which will help them to counter the effects of radiation and chemotherapy. And what are the things that one can do to actually prevent the cancer from coming back. That's when I got to know a lot about nutritious food, a lot about organic food, a lot about why stress and this fast-paced life is causing many lifestyle diseases like cancer. So I researched a lot about organic foods, and one of the things that I found was, very surprisingly, that India was growing a lot of organic food. There are states like Sikkim and Uttarakhand where fertilizer and pesticides were not readily available. So whatever they were growing was naturally organic. And similarly, a lot of other farmers and a lot of other people, Navdanya for example, was really working towards converting farmers to grow organically. I started researching on mindfulness, which led me to yoga. I used to do yoga, but not in the way that I would do now. And yoga is just not about the asanas. It's also about mindfulness, breath watching, being very, and taking yoga off your mat. You should not, yoga is not about just, the 1 hour or half an hour that you are on the mat. Yoga is what we take to the rest of our life as well. It's the union. Yoga means union, and how we unite our internal to the external. And that can be only done by slowing down, by being mindful about what we are doing. So being mindful about what we are eating, being mindful about what we are saying, being mindful about how we are walking or what we are doing. That is what led me to create Nourish Organic. Nourish Organic is actually very yogic food. I was opening a yoga studio, and I wanted a very healthy cafe part of the yoga studio, because I had tried Jiva Mukti in New York and Try Yoga in London, and all of them had lovely cafes along with their yoga studios. So as I was researching on foods to be served in the yoga studio, I started developing a brand called Nourish Organic. Little did I know that it will become a brand like Nourish Organic. Having said that I wanted a yoga studio and run a cafe, my desire to start a cafe, to run a cafe, didn't close with my yoga studio story ending and Nourish Organic starting. I started a Nourish Organic Deli, where we were serving all fresh juices and smoothies. I think, but we were very early starters, and yet I really believe that half of what we should be eating is freshly produced, freshly squeezed. Your juices should be freshly prepared, your smoothies should be freshly prepared. Most of the foods that we eat should be raw in nature rather than very highly processed or cooked. So the way Nourish Organic products are made is using minimal heat, minimal processing, so that you can get food just the way nature intended you to have. So one of the ways somebody taught me about mindful eating was that we were all sitting in a workshop and they gave me an apple, and they told us to just hold the apple in my hand. And I'm going to actually hold a Nourish Organic bar in my hand and just hold it and just be with it, and then thank the people who have made it. There are many ingredients that have gone inside this. So being mindful about the name. Mine says lime chia bar. Now lemons. So thinking about where did the lemons come from, thinking about the chia seeds, thinking about and thanking the people who made it, and then having gratitude, and then eating a small bite of the bar, very, very mindfully opening it and taking a small bite, feeling the whole taste of the whole bar, the nuts, the dates going around in your mouth, and just feeling it fully. And that is what mindful eating is all about.